Hello trainers, Neto here, and today we dive into Go Battle League Great League. Finally it's back and we are gonna go in there with my favorite team. We're gonna have Shadow Swampert and Shadow Drapion, while we're gonna lead this team with a Skarmory. As you are seeing, we are already going into a rampage here against this Walrein. We are almost close to a double sky attack, so here I'm gonna go for the first one. Hopefully we can take a shield because we are at the Brave Bird range, but they decided not to block. A very good call by their part, and now we're gonna go with the sky attack. They have to block the second one if they want to maintain that lead advantage, meaning that now my Drapion can come in and start farming down some energy. They will go out with the switch on that Scrafty, and this is gonna be absolutely awesome for me because now not only I can take the moves but absolutely deliver back some heavy hitting sludge bombs, because Poison Sting sludge bomb combo is gonna be extreme fast to build up, and most probably you're gonna nuke pretty much anything. So they have the Walrein coming back, they have to use their Icicle Spears. We are gonna farm down with Swampert, and they have a Swampert of their own, meaning that with that extra one match shot we're gonna win the match, and they know that, so they bail out. On the next one we're having a very good lead on grass type, which means that my Skarmory can absolutely destroy down, wall it down, and they're gonna go in with a Drapion. So Drapion is gonna be one of the Pokemons that are gonna be pretty famous on this meta because a lot of ghost types exist, and this Pokemon absolutely goes well against anything, even against those steel types. So you're gonna see a lot of Drapions on your matches as well. Down we go here on the Drapion, but they decide to double block here because they wanted to maintain that Serperior out of Skarmory's way. And not only that, but we also have access to another good counter to the poison types, which is gonna be this Drapion. And look at that, trainers, we're gonna go now with the Sludge Bomb, dealing neutral, actually super effective damage to the grass type, finishing it off after this move is shielded. And things are not looking that great for us overall because we do not have Swampert, and now our Drapion has to take all the heavy work on its shoulders. We're gonna go with the first crunch, a second one is imminent as well, and I have a feeling that they can easily farm us down, so perhaps I can reach to one more, but still we have some HP on our Skarmory, and if we can play this correctly we can still win. So we have to block here because of potential flamethrower is gonna be lethal to us. So we're gonna go now for the sky attack, and Basadon is gonna go down because it has that minimal amount of HP left. On the next one we're facing a very bad lead on the face of Talonflame. Hopefully we have Drapion which can come in really clutch. We're gonna go for the crunch on the third Incinerate, meaning that now they will either throw or they are just gonna go ahead and switch out. So they're gonna go for the throw and then switch out, so a little bit of a combination with those things. And now we know that they have spent all their energy, meaning that they need 2 Incinerates to reach to that next flame charge. With that in mind, we're gonna try and finish off this Stunfisk, and this is what I like about Shadow Drapion. It has no counters at all, even against Stunfisk, which is one of the biggest counters that Drapion can have. It can absolutely blast it down with a couple of crunches, and if the first one debuffs it, perhaps the second one can be lethal as well. So we're gonna farm down here with the Skarmory. This Stunfisk, you do not see that all the time, and we're gonna try and take a shield out of them with a sky attack. I was expecting the shield, yeah. So now we're gonna get hit by a move. We have to block this, bank the energy from Skarmory, and now come in with our Swampert. We can outspeed to the move because Incinerate is kinda slow to register its energy, and now they have at the back a Grand Bull. Let's go, trainers. I'm trying to go here for the Earthquake. I cannot. Is this move enough? And boom! Yes, it is. Down goes the Shadow Grand Bull because we are also Shadow, and we're gonna take this huge victory. On the next one we pick up a very good lead on the face of our Ninetales, meaning that now I can force the switch out to whatever they have. It's gonna be a Sableye, and perhaps I should have gotten in there with my Drapion. But what I wanted to do there is to maintain my Drapion for the end game, because a lot of our Ninetales users are having an ABB team on the back. And because I saw this Sableye, perhaps I had in mind that they have a double ghost at the back, so perhaps a Trevenant or a Kofagraigus, but I'm expecting Trevenant, to be honest. So here comes now, I think, the Charmer. Yes, here it is, because I do not like the matchup against my Skarmory, so I'm just gonna go with the Sludge Bomb. Look at the crazy damage that it does to the Ninetales, and yeah, we were right, trainers, they have a double ghost, so a Trevenant emerges, and not only we have the crunches to finish this Pokemon off, but also Skarmory, and when they see the Skarmory, they are absolutely getting out of our way. On the next one, we have a lead against this Jellicent. They always go with the switch for some reason, and because they went for the switch, I'm always like, okay, you switch out against a neutral threat, so what you might have on your team is gonna be something like an ABB team, perhaps a double steal, or something that you want to bait out my Swampert to finish it off with Jellicent, and then have a clear field to finish off something like a Charizard or Talonflame. So let's see what they have at the back. We're gonna go now ahead and let this slide. Whatever it is, we do not care at all. It is gonna be just a Bubble Beam though, and we're gonna bank that energy for the end game. They have at the back a Talonflame. We were right once again, trainers, and we're gonna completely farm down after this Brave Bird lands. I was pretty sure they will not go for the shield on the Brave Bird, so now I have to go for that Brave Bird once again, this time against the Jellicent, take the shield out, and we are already at the Earthquake range, meaning that Drapion was not needed at all, and Swampert is just gonna do all the heavy work. Right on the next one, trainers, and we're gonna face a Jellicent once again up on the lead. A pretty solid lead, to be honest. This time this trainer decides to stay in, and I'm just gonna have to note that I can take the Bubble Beams and perhaps one Shadow Ball, so I'm just gonna go straight for the Brave Bird and switch out to my safe switch, which is gonna be Shadow Drapion. With Shadow Drapion on my team, most probably I have nothing to worry about on the switch. They're gonna go ahead and hit us with a Shadow Ball. I was not expecting that, and it dealt about 50%, so yeah, pretty good call by their part, and now they have an Altaria coming in. Pretty good news for me, because both Jellicent is gonna be pretty low, and also this Altaria now has to face my Skarmory, meaning that my Swampert might have a pretty good end game. So here comes now the Sky Attack, and we will try to go now for the... Okay, we're gonna sack this move once again, and right now we're gonna go with the Sky Attack of our own. This is gonna be lethal to the Altaria, not expecting a shield because they have only one, while we have two, and now Jellicent is coming in. Okay, this was pretty quick, so I was not expecting a Shadow Ball, to be honest, and because they spent all that energy on my Drapion, I was not gonna shield anyways. So here comes now the Hydro Cannon. They are gonna block, which means only one thing: whatever there is in the back, it's pretty weak to my Swampert. So perhaps a Registeel, perhaps a Galarian Stunfisk. Let's see if we're right, trainers. So we're gonna go ahead and block this Bubble Beam, and after that we're just gonna farm down. So they have a Stunfisk, however we are super debuffed. Let's go with the Hydro Cannon. It barely knocks out 50% out of that Stunfisk. It can even tank one Earthquake after that, which is absolutely amazing for them. So down we go, but Skarmory is coming in to flex this win with its worst natural opponent out there in Go Battle League. So Skarmory, the big brain there with the final Air Slash. So we're having a weird lead here, and they're gonna bail out to a Swampert. We have a Drapion. Okay, we have now to go ahead and smash them down with a crunch here. Let's see if they decide to block. They are blocking. That's absolutely awesome for us. So now we have the switch the lead. Come on, Ganeto, the shield. Yeah, I said it right, okay? The shield advantage. So, Hydro Cannon is coming up. I'm pretty sure I can take one more and I will survive that. So, I'm expecting the Registeel to return, and my Swampert over here, as you can see, is absolutely wrecking it. So, they have this Nidoqueen coming in, and that is only positive for me, because Locons are not gonna get the advantage on my Swampert, even with the debuff, still gonna do 1 damage. So now we can go with the Earthquake here, double Earthquake to finish off the Registeel. Let's see if they're gonna block. They're blocking, but this makes no reason at all for us to panic, because even with the Zapcan we can still reach to 1 more Earthquake. They know that, and we're gonna take the huge victory. If we had Sludge Wave, perhaps they had a chance, but even then I think that back-to-back Hydro Cannons could have done the work. Right on the next one, And this is one of the few things that I learned yesterday with this team. Well, counter damage is gonna add up pretty fast, so Medicham is gonna be one of the Pokemons that you should not underestimate when you're facing it with your Skarmory, because Medicham can still beat down Skarmory, and they make an amazing catch here on that Registeel. Absolutely horrible for me. And we're gonna go ahead and try to nuke it down with a potential earthquake. So we have to block the first one because Focus Blast is just gonna do so much damage to our Shadow Swampert, and we're gonna nuke them down with earthquake. And this is what I like about Swampert with earthquake. Nobody expects it, because most trainers expect something like a Sludge Wave, so they say, okay, it's gonna be just Hydro Cannon, we can survive it, not gonna block or anything, and they're gonna get nuked down by an earthquake by a Shadow Swampert. So they're gonna go for the switch to the Mandibuzz. I was counting the moves. The fourth Snarl would be a Dark Pulse or a Foul Play, so my Drapion can come in, take this move, which is gonna be resisted, and now even a whole RLS will not be enough to finish us off, despite the fact that it's gonna be neutral against a Glassymon like us. So we're gonna take another move here. That was kinda heartbreaking for me, but I can go ahead and overfarm at a point that I have a double and something more Hydro Cannons. So now we're gonna force the switch out to the Medicham. We have to go for that Hydro Cannon the last second, and we have the time now to go for another Hydro Cannon while they are already at a move, taking this CMB, and we're gonna take this victory. On the next one, trainers, we're having a pretty weird lead against the Deoxys. They're gonna do only one counter and then bail out to the Registeel. So we have a solid answer to Registeel, but not the best Swampert on a Shadow form, and I'm saying not the best because we still have to use some seals, and that's why Registeel is gonna be a top ranked Pokemon to use on Great League. But hopefully we can still destroy it down with a pure earthquake, and after that they will come back with the Deoxys. So what people tend to do when using a Registeel as a switch, they want to bait out Swampert. With that in mind, I think that whatever there is at the back might be one more Pokemon that can lose to Swampert. So I will block here and perhaps go to the switch to my Skarmory, and they have a Regirock. So yeah, they wanted to bait out the Swampert with the Registeel, so I had that in mind. This happened quite a few times yesterday. So with Skarmory now on Regirock, I do not care at all about this matchup. We're gonna take the Stone Edge, and we have the time to go now for the Brave Bird, dealing massive damage to a Pokemon that can absolutely wreck us down. And because they have Lock On, I'm pretty sure that the debuff will not work right now, so we can still feint down after the Stone Edge with no ease, while Lock On still do 1 damage, which is absolutely awesome. They have the Deoxys coming in. We have our Swampert, which can just go to town with Hydro Cannons, and I think that they have to throw here no matter what, debuffing themselves, meaning that now my Drapion can absolutely win this match. What we have to do here is to tank whatever they throw at us. Rock Slide, as you can see, now deals almost no damage at all, and we just have to reach to a double crunch, finish off the Deoxys, finish off Regirock, and the victory eventually will be for us. Look at that, absolutely awesome. You love to see trainers. Regirock coming in, getting destroyed by a Shadow Drapion, and we're gonna take this victory once again. Next one, trainers, against the Walrein, the final one for the video. Wow, that was awesome. So Walrein up on the lead, not the best one that we can get for our Skarmory, because look at how heavy those Icicle Spears can be, and because before you already saw another Walrein, yeah, this is gonna be an extremely close one. We have to go for the Sky Attack. Hopefully we get a Shield, but this is not gonna happen, and now we're gonna go for another one. If they shield, it's fine. If they don't, it's also fine, because now we can align our team perfectly to theirs. They have a Medicham, and they make the switch. I think that was a bad switch to the Trevenant, and this is gonna be trainers, because they're gonna take the move. Perhaps they thought, okay, this is gonna be an Aqua Tail. This is not an Aqua Tail, and we're gonna take the victory eventually. Yeah, because yeah, we got the upper hand, okay, just a Hydro Cannon will beat. So that's all, trainers. Thank you for watching, thank you for staying till the end, it really means a lot. And also be sure to leave a like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, because more videos like this are more likely to happen on this channel. Be sure to check the submission form for your battle, so that I can showcase them on this channel right down in the description. So thank you for watching, trainers, thank you for staying till the end once again, and I hope to see you all into the next one.